Hello, my name is Debbie Russi, and I'm a Human Resource Coordinator with the Department of A&I. This presentation is going to walk you through the meaning and the process associated with the Family and Medical Leave Act, or FMLA. FMLA became effective August 5th of 1993 for most employers and employees. The Family and Medical Leave Act provides certain employees with up to 12 weeks of unpaid job-protected leave per year. It also requires that the group health insurance benefits be maintained during that leave. The FMLA allows employees to balance their work and family life by taking reasonable unpaid leave for certain family and medical reasons. In order for an employee to be eligible for FMLA, they must be employed for at least 12 months, and this doesn't have to be continuous service, and they must have worked for at least 1,250 hours in the preceding 12 months. This is actual time worked, which includes base, shift differential, and overtime. Holiday leave, personal leave, administration leave, annual leave, sick leave, and comp time taken are not included in actual hours worked. Supervisors need to recognize FMLA situations because the leave time needs to be recorded as FMLA, and we in Human Resources need to send out the notices to the employee and group insurance. While an employee is on FMLA, their leave is protected, their job is protected, and there cannot be any adverse employment actions for using FMLA. Another benefit for employees is that the state will continue their contribution match for the insurance, and the employee is only responsible for paying what they normally pay each month while on FMLA. This is important as if an employee falls below the 80 hours of actual hours worked in a month, if the leave has been designated as FMLA, the state will pay the employer match. But if it has not been designated as FMLA, the employee will be responsible for the entire portion of their health insurance. State agencies, as the employer, are responsible for designating leave as FMLA. Employers who do not properly designate FMLA risk being assessed penalties and can be found in violation of federal laws and not having the employee's leave count against the employee's entitlement. Once the employer has notice of the need for leave, it must be designated and we notify the employee of their FMLA rights. A copy of the notice of eligibility and rights are sent to the supervisor. As a supervisor, you should review these when received to verify if the employee did qualify and for time reporting information. If the FMLA request is approved for a prior date and time was not reported correctly, the supervisor will need to contact Human Resources to make that correction. Employees need to notify Human Resources 30 days in advance if foreseeable or as soon as practical. Employees do not need to use the term FMLA when requesting leave. A medical certification from the physician is due 15 days from the date of request. A designation notice will be issued and mailed to the employee once the physician certification is received, noting if the request for leave has been approved, denied, or if further information is needed. Employees are required to present a fitness for duty certification before coming back to work. This can be as simple as a doctor writing on a prescription pad that the employee is okay to come back to work, what date they are eligible to return to work, and if there are any necessary restrictions. A covered employer must grant an eligible employee up to a total of 12 work weeks of unpaid leave during a 12-month period. It covers the birth and care of a newborn, adoption or foster care of a child, the employee's own serious health condition, or to care for a spouse, child, or parent with a serious health condition. Spouses employed by the same employer may be limited to a combined total of 12 work weeks for family leave. Employees may choose to use any accrued paid vacation or sick leave while on FMLA unpaid leave. Some employers may require this substitution. FMLA does not need to be used all at once. It can be used intermittently when necessary. This intermittent leave could be for an ongoing treatment or physical therapy. When leave is taken for the birth of a healthy child or a placement of a healthy child for adoption or foster care, an employee may take leave intermittently or on a reduced leave schedule only if the agency agrees. What is a serious health condition? A serious health condition is defined as an illness, impairment, or a condition that involves a period of incapacity, a treatment combined with an inpatient care, a period of incapacity of 2 consecutive calendar days combined with at least 2 visits to a healthcare provider, or 1 visit and a regimen of continuing treatment, an incapacity due to pregnancy or incapacity due to a chronic condition. Incapacity is the inability to work or perform the essential functions of the job. Continuing treatment is 2 or more visits with a healthcare provider or 1 visit with a continuing treatment such as a prescription medication or physical therapy. Alcoholism and/or substance abuse may be a serious health condition. An employee is entitled to FMLA for treatment only, not for periods of use. The employee may still be disciplined for performance problems or rule violations caused by alcohol or substance abuse. Please contact Human Resources when an employee is on extended absence, requests the need for extended absence, needs time off for a mother's surgery, needs leave for the birth of a child, is absent often, or an employee who suffers from alcohol or substance abuse and is in treatment. In January 2008, President Bush signed into law the Defense Authorization Act that contains amendments to the FMLA. The amendments give additional FMLA leave to employees who have family members in the military, including the National Guard. Supervisors should contact Human Resources as soon as possible in the event an employee requests leave for military reasons. Now that you know what to expect with the process and what benefits may be available with the Family Medical Leave Act, it is important to remember that FMLA makes it unlawful for any employer to interfere with, restrain, or deny this right to an employee. Employers cannot use the taking of FMLA leave as a negative factor in employment actions, such as hiring, promotions, or disciplinary actions. Nor can FMLA be counted under the no-fault attendance policy. You can find the required request and the medical certification on our ANI Agency Human Resources webpage. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at 777-6737.